Hey Sunrise, and welcome back to Art with Chrissy and Groot. I'm Chrissy and I am Groot, and we are here for drum roll please, Around the World Week. And I think Around the World Week is so cool because it gives us the opportunity not only to showcase a lot about ourselves, but get to know each other a lot as well. And that's where Bloom's going to come in super handy this week. So make sure you definitely show off this artwork for Bloom's. So what we're going to be doing this week is making an around the world wreath, something that you could hang on a door. You could even hang it just on a wall for decoration, hang on your front door, whatever you'd like. It's going to look like this, but we're going to personalize it so much more. So we're going to definitely need our hands. We're going to need some paper. It could be construction paper. I'm going to use blank white paper. You need a paper plate, a little bit of lanyard, scissors, glue, and anything you want to color, decorate, so on and so forth. I'm also going to recommend that you have somebody in your household to give you some information if you need it. Maybe if you have a device, you could have Google open to learn a little bit more about yourself. Some fun facts that I learned doing this project is that there are 7 continents and 195 countries in our Earth, and 85% of Earth is water, so that's a very small space for a lot of places for people to live. And there's also 3,814 recorded different cultures on our planet, and that's what we're going to focus on today. So what we're going to do is create a wreath that's personal to us. So for example, I already started and I made my hands flags of all the different places that represent me as a person and that represent places that I've traveled and I've been and places that I want to go. So I have not been to a lot of countries, but I do have a lot of places that I want to see and places that represent me as a person. For example, I am Irish and I've been to Ireland, so I made an Irish flag. One of my favorite places to travel is to different parts of Canada, so I made a Canadian flag. I've traveled to Italy and hope to go back. A lot of my family is from Latvia, which is a country in the Baltic Seas, very, very north of Europe. And many of my family members from Latvia live in Germany, and I'd also love to travel to both places, so I made those flags. I've also made the Scottish flag because it's part of my heritage. I've never been, but I find the culture very interesting. I've made the Norwegian flag because I want to go to Norway to see the Northern Lights. I think it would be so cool. And I made the Moroccan flag because I love Moroccan culture, I love Moroccan music, and I would love to go visit that country one day. So I'm going to walk you through the process of how we're going to create the wreath. I'm going to decorate some additional flags with you, and then we'll put it all together. So the first thing you're going to need is your paper. You can use construction paper and draw on that. You could use white paper like I did and color it in however you'd like. But you're gonna need about 6 to 10 hands. I mean, I have relatively large hands. I am an adult, even though I wish I was still a child. But if you have tiny hands, you might need to do about 10. If you have larger hands, maybe 8 is a good number for you guys to do. So what you're gonna do is take your less dominant hand, the one that you don't write with, place it on the paper, and you're going to trace it. So I'm just going to grab a marker and trace over my hand. All right. And there you have my hands. If you want to save space, maybe you can flip your hand opposite way, and you can do 2 on one piece of paper. That's what I'm going to do. And now you have 2 hands on one piece of paper. And so what you could do is you could trace this as many times as you want, or you could do what I'm going to do and get a little smart, and I'm going to take a few pieces of paper and I'm going to cut them out at the same time, therefore I have more hands with less work. So I'm going to do that now. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to cut out along both of my hands. And then since I have 4 pieces of paper and I have 2 hands here, I should have 8 hands when I'm done cutting it out. All right, so now I have all of my hands cut out. I have a bunch of different blank canvases, and now it's up to you to decide what you want to draw on them. So I chose to do flags. Some other options could be to draw different foods you like from different places. Maybe you want to draw different animals from places you'd like to go from around the world. Maybe you want to draw different scenery, maybe different types of trees, different types of flowers, whatever sparks your interest and whatever intrigues you about the world. So I'm gonna go ahead and decorate about 3 more hands, and then I'm gonna show you how to put it all together. I'm gonna also take paper and just put it below my hand. That way when I'm coloring, it's okay if I get out of the lines. So I'm going to do the United States of America flag because I live here and I like it here and I like to travel other places here. Another idea for creating your hands is you could draw different types of clothing that people wear around the world. So that'd be something kind of cool too. My next one that I'm going to make is the Swiss flag, because I would love to go to Switzerland so much. The Swiss Alps would be so cool to explore. Love the mountains, so I'm gonna do that flag. Okay, and the last flag I'm going to make is for Peru because I have a student of mine who is from Peru and she told me all about Machu Picchu and I would love to go there and see all the sites that she's told me about. So here I go. Okay, now that I have all of my flags completed and all of my hands made and decorated the way I want them to, I am going to assemble them into a wreath. So you're going to need a paper plate, and now you have the option. I cut the middle out of my plate because I think that it's easier to attach them. If you wanted to draw in the middle of the plate, you're more welcome to do that too. If I was an artiste that had a beautiful drawing hand, I would probably draw a globe in the middle, although I don't think that I could achieve that right now. So maybe on my next wreath. I'm going to just cut the middle of the plate out. I'm going to set it aside, and then I'm left with just this section here. Now I'm going to make this the top, that way I can hang it with some lanyards. So now all you're going to do is take your hands and you're just going to overlap them. How do you want them to look? You can put them in any order you want. You could make them go in a circular motion, and you're going to just paste them onto the wreath. So I'm going to set mine up a little bit and then paste them all together. And last but not least, I'm going to take a little piece of lanyard and just going to tie it at the top. That way I can hang my wreath wherever I'd like. Now we can put our wreath on display. There you have it. Like I said, the cool part about this project is sharing all about ourselves with each other. So please make sure to take a picture with your project, post it on Blooms. Make sure you hit the like button below and the bell for notifications so you're always updated on Sunrise videos. And until then, peace out, Cub Scouts. I'll see you next time.
If you're not watching this on the Sunrise Studios app, well, why not? You can download the Sunrise Studios app on your phone or tablet from your app store, and you can watch all of our virtual camp videos the moment they're released. You can also find Sunrise Studios on Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire, or you can watch it on our Sunrise Association YouTube channel. See you soon!